Alrighty, everybody, welcome into Synergy's Kingdom, and in this video, I just wanted to look at something with you guys because I thought this was intriguing. I'm gonna actually look into this later and see what I can figure out about it. I used to mess around with this stuff all the time. I stopped because it's just people get really weird with it, and they will like do stuff to you intentionally because they're mad that you understand it, and I don't get the whole idea of like messing with people's stuff to damage it, especially when it comes to, the cyber side of things. Some awful human beings out there. So I think this one I really want to look into because this one here is, basically the band Slipknot has a website. Okay, so the URL to Slipknot website is slipknot1.com. Okay, the domain URL that they want and they're going to be suing for is basically slipknot.com. So there's a difference between the two here. And I wanted to just take a look at this article first, and then I'm going to take you to the example as to why this is a problem and why this could be, they can be losing money this way. So let me just show you an example of what I mean. So here's the article on Rockfeed's X account. He posted this yesterday. I'm going to show you an example as to what they mean by this, because I wanted to go and see what it was about myself, and I checked it out. So right here we have the issue at hand, and we have what the article is talking about. So let's just read the article, and then let's go to the actual domains and take a look at the difference between them. So, all right. Slipknot have reportedly filed a federal lawsuit against alleged cyber squatter who controlled the domain slipknot.com since 2001, according to Billboard. The band claims the site pushes counterfeit merch while they had to host their official stores at slipknot1.com. The anonymous owner reportedly operated out of a Cayman Island P.O. box and launched the site the same year Slipknot dropped Iowa. So I do remember that year they dropped Iowa. I actually got that CD for my birthday back in the day, and it was a very, very good album, actually, if you haven't listened to it. And a lot of their music's actually really good. So the lawsuit cites trademark infringement and the anti-cyber squatting Consumer Protection Act. They accuse the site owner of listing ads for concert tickets and merch on the site, potentially misleading fans. So now I just want to take a look and see what it is they're talking about here, because I looked at this last night. I wasn't sure. So first we will go to their website, which is slipknot1.com. So when you go to slipknot1.com, their main page website, you get the actual website itself for the band and everything that the band has going on for it. All right, and where you can buy tickets, merchandise, all that. So if you go over to the store, this is where you can find all their merchandise. Now, let's let all this load because I'm on Wi-Fi and it is a bit slow at times. So as you can see here, they have a bunch of t-shirts for sale, everything that normal bands have for sale. And you can play the actual songs from the original album on this website too, as well. So now what I want to do is just head on over to the other website that they were talking about, and I'll show you the mess that website is. So slipknot.com. So slipknot.com leads you to this domain. All right. So now you can go and click on any of these links, and it'll lead you into a big loop of circles, and the same buttons come up. So watch. Costume masks. Okay, and you go here, and actually it leads you to a website. So let me see here. All right, so it leads you to a search engine that has that sells the stuff. Okay, so if we go back to that again, because I was messing around with this on my phone, it came out a lot different. So, things to invest in right now. I don't know, man. They're not okay. They're not really selling. They're not really selling fake merchandise here, from what I'm seeing. But if you go and you go on the phone and you go and use it, you get a different you get something different out of it. Like you go through, you'll hit one link and it'll lead you to a bunch of the same links, and you just click another one and it'll lead you to a bunch of the same links again. And then what you'll do is you'll hit the concert ticket setting, and it'll take you to a link that leads you to selling concert tickets. But I don't know if Slipknot could. Well, they could still technically sue the guy, but as for how much money they could get out of this, there's no real, like, when you click on these links right here, teach you to, okay, so here again, and then it just takes you to these other sites. So it's not really leading to the band's site itself or selling their actual merchandise, unless it ends up in a search engine, and then you get exactly what you get. Exactly, you might actually get to connect with the band's website. So I do think at the end of the day, there is some like shadiness about this that I really do think needs looked into. And in fact, I'm going to probably look at it later on today on my live stream. So if you have time, I'll post a link on my X account so you can come check it out then. But I'm going to actually go back into doing investigations for websites and stuff like that, and finding out where they're from. Because right now, they only know that this has a Cayman, address. And when I used to do these kind of things a long time ago, I would actually end up stumbling on more information than what was actually given to me. So, like example, I found out like Alibaba kept actually sending me messages to my phone. And I was like, I didn't know that, but that's part of what I was doing a little while back. And I never caused any problems with it, but people do not like that skill when I do it. So, but I'm going to try to investigate this later on in the day, and I'm going to see what I can find out about it and see where it may be stemming from, because there may be more to this. Somebody needs to do like some deep searching or whatever and find out exactly where the source is coming from. And hopefully I can find it, because at the end of the day, I've researched stuff and it's would lead me to some really interesting, even more deeper stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna do my outro, and I want to show you guys exactly what was going on here. So, all right, so there you go. I showed you guys exactly what they were complaining about. Do I think they could sue this guy for a bunch of money? Maybe for copyright of the name and the website, because when you type a band's name in, like let's just say you want to go check out Avenged Sevenfold's website. Avenged Sevenfold's website now is a different URL, but it's not as off as Slipknot's is, where it has the number 1 in it. Okay, so example, if I type in Avenged Sevenfold, it's going to take me directly to their website, and I'll be able to like get their merch or like whatever I want off of their website. And that's the difference. That's why there's such a problem here with this thing, is they want that URL so badly that they want to try to figure out who it is and where it's coming from. So, like I said, later on today, or if this is a future video, check over on my Twitch account. I'm going to leave the video up and let you guys watch exactly what happens. I may even record it myself just to show you guys a little bit of exactly what I'm trying to do. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day, and take it easy, fellow deathbats and lady deathbats, and rock on.